Hey sewing friends, so I'm so excited because I finally started making pants. You know, I've been telling myself for years that I need to make pants, and the summer's coming, it's going to be warm. I wanted some nice linen pants or some cotton pants. So I thought I would jump in with something kind of easy, like an elastic waistband pants. I mean, you know, how hard can it be, right? Well, it can be, but not as hard as tailored pants. So anyhow, in my stash, I had the Merchant Mills 101 trousers, or yeah, 101 trousers. And you can probably get a better look at them here with their line drawings. Now they have a wide leg, you know, full cut. Then they have what they call a tapered and cropped, and then a pair of shorts. And I decided to make the tapered and cropped. You know, as always, I always fall in between sizes because my waist, I have this belly and my waist is just bigger than what my hips and bust are. So I went ahead and used a size 18, but what I did is I went ahead and got some 1/4 inch elastic and I put it around my waist, my low hip and high hip. And I did that for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to make sure that I was, you know, checking that the lines were evenly around my body, you know, so that when the tape measure went around, I was getting an accurate measurement and it wasn't kind of maybe, you know, slacking in the back or something, you know. So I went ahead and got an accurate waist, high hip, and low hip measurement. But then what I also wanted to do is, I know I took a pattern drafting class, a skirt sloper class once, and the default for the waist to the low hip was 8.5 inches. And I've told you guys before that my length comes from my waist up to my chest. I have a long body, short legs. And so from my waist to my low hip is not 8.5 inches. It's more like 7.5 inches. And I have seen pattern pieces where they have said that the difference between the waist and the low hip was 9 inches. So, I mean, think about this. We always go out at our hips and then we need it to taper down. Well, what if it's going down an extra inch or two and then starts tapering? It's going to be really baggy on the sides. So I went ahead and used that 7.5 inches as a way to adjust the pattern to sort of make the slope of the hip fit my body. And I think I did a pretty good job on it. Some other adjustments that I need to make due to my kind of long upper torso is I did have to shorten the rise 3 inches front and back. I think next time though, I'm going to make it so that the rise is not, it's 3 inches in the front, but still a little bit longer in the back. Because what happens is I feel like right now the pants are just sort of cutting me in half at the middle. There's not a lot of shaping. I kind of feel like I want to just hitch up the ones in the back to just, you know, so it'll kind of be at the back of my waist, but then sort of come down a little bit more in front. But they're still wearable. As I said, you know, I have no problem with them. But for my first go, I have to say I am very pleased with these. I made them out of a Japanese cotton that I'd gotten from Stone Mountain & Daughter. So it's very lightweight, very breathable, very comfortable. Now I went ahead and added elastic at the waistband. Merchant Mills, they don't really use elastic. In fact, all their fabrics is always just natural fabrics like linen, wool, cotton, denim. You know, you never see any kind of cotton lycra or cotton jersey, and they don't sell elastic either. The way they have you do their waistband is you go ahead and do a waistband, and then they have you stitch a line to create a casing, and then you put the I guess the drawstring through the casing, and then you just cinch it, and that's what brings in the pants to fit your waist. I prefer to have elastic. I think it's a little bit more comfortable, but I did go ahead and add a drawstring anyways, just because I think it's attractive, and then it just does allow you to cinch it a little bit more, you know, if you need to, or to let it out if you need to. So yeah, here they are. I went ahead and I'll pop some pictures of them. After I had put them on, I kind of felt that in looking at the pictures that there was a little bit of bagginess in the front, kind of near the front crotch area. And the timing on this was just perfect because I think 2 weeks ago I had watched the Sew Show with Shay and she had addressed the fix on how to do something when you have pants and it's just a little bit, you know, too much fabric right there in the front at the crotch. And what it is she would open the pants, you know, with the front facing, you know, you, and unpick the inside seam, okay, so the inside leg seam, and then she would just sort of shorten, you know, the front so that instead of, you know, how can I put it? Instead of having, if this were the back and this were the front seam, instead of having them even, you would just go ahead and put the front a little bit higher so that it shortens it a little bit. And on the pattern piece, I'll show you because I made that adjustment. So what I did is I just took off about 1/2 inch and then I just slowly graded it down for about 5 inches into the seam. Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but as soon as I put the pants on, I did put them on after making that adjustment, and I went, wow, these feel so much better. I mean, they felt like they fit. And in my eyes, I noticed that the front pockets, the side sort of front pockets, that they hung a little bit flatter, and they didn't have as, you know, there weren't as many, I guess, drag lines. And I just find that amazing that you can fix something in one area and it's going to make another totally unrelated area look so much better. So I think the pants fit a little bit better after making that adjustment, and I am so eager to try my next pair to see if the adjustments that I make are going to further enhance the look of the pants. And in fact, the next pair that I'm making, I am going to make them out of a linen. So I bought this at Stone Mountain and Daughter. You've seen it before. And yeah, I'm hoping that they're just going to be another pair. Oh, and I forgot to tell you another adjustment I made because, again, because I have a large stomach and, you know, it's just a big belly, I'm always between sizes, you know, I'm always different sizes. So I went ahead and did a size 18, added 1/2 inch to the side seam on the front and back. So that probably added, what, 2 inches overall. I think I actually might go and add 3/4 of an inch next time, just so that it gives me more fabric to pull in to give it more of a gathered look. Not that I need the extra room, that I think the pants fit me fine at the waist, but I would like to have it maybe more of a gathered look. So I'm just gonna maybe 1/4 of an inch more on the side seams that I'll add. So in my last video, I told you that I was going to order some linen from fabric-store.com. because they are famous for their linen. And I don't know if you've ever seen it in your like Instagram feed or your Facebook feed, but I have seen them a lot, and they're always talking about how soft and wonderful the linen is. So I thought I would check it out. And I actually ordered 5 different pieces of linen from them. And on their website, they have what they call signature finish next to some of them. And so I went ahead and bought 3 that have their signature finish, which I think is what makes them soft. And they are much soft, and yeah, it's a very soft, nice feeling. First, I got a white because I do want a white button-up shirt for summer. I'll either do this in an Aria or in the Noah, which is their website's free pattern. Got 3 yards of this. It's been laundered, but I haven't ironed it. But again, it is very soft, very pliable. I think it's a really good quality linen. Then I had gotten a green because I had made a lago tank top out of the fabric that I had left over. This is the fabric. And so I'd wanted an olive green, but I felt this green might be a better match. And then while I was at it, I thought, well, let's try and match the orange. So I went ahead and ordered this as well in their signature finish. It's not a perfect match, but for a tank top and some shorts, yeah, I think it'll work. And I do have to say, their signature finish is a really nice, soft, comfy linen. So I'm very pleased with this. So I'm looking at the green. They had several different colors green. I wasn't sure if that green or if an olive green would be a better bet. So I went ahead and ordered both. And then I noticed that the olive green didn't say signature finish. It said softened. And I thought, is that the same thing? Well, I don't think it is, because this is their olive green. And it is a very nice soft linen. Again, I've pre-shrunk it, I've washed it, and I've dried it. I just haven't really ironed it. It's not as soft as their signature finish, but it is definitely a nice quality linen. I would go ahead and make something out of this, put it against my body and not feel itchy or that it was stiff or anything. It's very fine. I mean, it's fine. But there is a difference, I guess, between the signature finish and the softened. And I really don't know what it is. Maybe I'll reach out to them and ask. And if I get an answer, I'll let you know. And then the last one I ordered was another white because I wanted a really thin, lightweight linen shirt. The signature linen that I got, or the signature finish, that's like 5.7 ounce, and this was a 3.5. So it is very thin and slightly see-through, and I don't know if you can tell. And that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a really nice, soft, thin, lightweight linen. So at 3.5 ounces, this totally fits the bill. This did not have softened or signature finish by it, and you can definitely tell the difference, especially when it first arrived. When it first arrived, it hadn't been laundered or anything, and you know how when you first get fabric and it hasn't been washed, it has that kind of like sizing or something, and it's just perfectly, no wrinkles and all. As soon as I picked it up, it was like, ooh, burlap sack, compared to the other two that I had. But I did run it through the washer and the dryer. I don't think I've ironed it though, or if I did, I just did a real quick iron. And it is a nice linen, but it's nowhere near as soft as their softened or their signature finish. So I don't know if that helps you if you're ever planning on buying linen from them, but yeah, I would look and read very closely the description, because it's going to tell you if it's their signature finish, they're softened, or nothing. But again, I'm very happy with this linen, and I know it's going to make an awesome button-up shirt. So as far as my plans, I'm dead set on not creating orphans anymore. In fact, I want to create outfits. And when I had made the decision to start making pants, I said that I was also going to make a coordinating top if I don't already have one. And so for my 101 trousers, I actually had in my stash this really nice cotton jersey. I don't know if you can see it, but it's yellow and white stripe. And this is going to be a logo tank top. And as you can see, I think it will look absolutely really perfect with these. I don't know if the color comes through or not. But I have 2 yards, and what's really cool about it is the logo tank only takes like 3/4 of a yard, so I'm going to be able to get a logo tank out of this for me and one for my daughter as well. Then another plan that I had is to try and salvage something that I started, one of my, wasn't a work in progress, I guess a couple of years ago. No, more like probably 2016, 2017, so yeah, a good 7 years ago. I had tried to do sort of a mashup of 2 patterns from the Merchant Mills workbook. They have their bantam vest, which is a really nice shirt, and you can lengthen it into a dress. But then they also had a sleeveless top, and I wanted the sleeveless top but with the skirt of the bantam dress. So I went ahead and blended the patterns, and then when I tried it on kind of halfway through, it just didn't look good. It had no shape. It kind of looked like a house dress, like a frumpy house dress. I mean, I literally could see myself wearing this with curlers in my hair, answering the front door with a cup of tea or something. I mean, it just did not look good. And I just stuck it away in my pile, and it's been there ever since. Well, I went ahead and pulled it out, and here is the front part of the shirt. I got the bias binding on the neckline, just need to do the arms, and then I'm thinking if I cut it off at where the regular shirt should be, I think that it will work fine with these pants. What do you think? Just a sleeveless cotton top with my 101 trousers. So I'm excited to get something out of this. I don't know where I bought this fabric. I think we were on vacation someplace. It might have been in Savannah, Georgia. I'm not sure. So I have no idea where I bought this fabric, but it is a cotton, 100% cotton. So again, it's going to be very breathable, very lightweight, perfect for this summer. And then I'm not sure what I'll do with the bottom half of it, but at least I'm getting some use out of the top of it. Remember this guy? Okay, beautiful silk crepe de chine with a, I forget what the dress it was. It's from the Cashmere Club. Well, you know, I put it on again, and I'm sorry, I'm just never going to wear this dress. I'm never going to wear it. So I decided the thing to do is to just separate the bodice from the skirt. I'm going to put a waistband on it. There is a little bit of gathering, so I think I will either gather it and use an elastic waistband, or I just might go ahead and take it in on the seams and add a waistband and a zipper. But I figure I will get much more wear out of this as a skirt because I'm just never going to wear this as a dress. I don't like it. It's not me. I tried, but I just can't. So this is going to become a skirt this week. I also thought I'd share with you my denim jacket because our denim jacket club, it was sort of difficult meeting on Friday nights because it's summertime, there's vacations, a lot of people like to go out to dinner at the end of the week, some people still work, but we did get a really good group, about 7 or 8 of us making our denim jackets, and I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different patterns that they used. So once everybody gives me photos, and I'll go ahead and put together a video, maybe a fashion show of everybody in their denim jackets that they made. But I went ahead and made one that I love. It's the Sorrento. I made it before, but this time I made it again in a white denim. It's an 8-ounce denim that I got from Britex Fabrics, so it's actually kind of lightweight. And at first I thought, oh, as I'm making it, I thought this is going to be too thin. I should have used a heavier, like maybe a 10 or 11-ounce denim, or even a 14-ounce. But I gotta say, I love it. It is perfect for the summertime. I wore this all on vacation in Idaho. I went ahead and did antique brass for the buttons. And I made a size 18, and the only alteration I did is I went ahead and lengthened it, I think, 1 inch. And it's still very cropped. I mean, this is a very cropped jacket, so it's still very cropped. So again, if I make it again, I might actually lengthen it a little bit more. But again, for being a lightweight denim, perfect for summertime, because, you know, even though it's hot outside, okay, it might be in the 90s or even in the hundreds, you step into a store or the mall, it's cold. You step into a grocery store, the air conditioning is on, it's cold. Or maybe you go out to dinner and you step into a restaurant, unless you're eating outside, the air conditioning is going to be on and it's going to be cold. So this is, I just can't tell you how pleased I am. It's the perfect weight denim. It's white, so it's great for summer. There's a dog running out. Hang on. And I can't wait to show you all the other jackets that everyone else made because they are absolutely gorgeous. So stay tuned.